Hi everyone, I'm Huub Hildenbrand. Thanks for tuning into my channel, Huub Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we have lesson 6 of functional harmony in a more linear conception. So what we do, we put together functional harmony and the chord scale theory. We see the whole tonal harmony, Western harmony, from a more linear angle perspective. And today we will talk about the dominant of the dominant. So let's get right into the endless ocean of music. Down in the description below you find a PDF for this lesson, and as I mentioned earlier, this is like a whole course here, where we will cover first like minor tonality, later we go on to major tonality, then we will also go on to jazz harmony, because this whole jazz harmony is really based on this more fundamental, functional or Western harmony idea. I mean, the simpler concepts, they are also very true and very valid in jazz harmony. Okay, so the dominant of the dominant. We already talked about the dominant for the subdominant. And we can have we call this dominant a secondary dominant, because it's not the primary dominant, which is the dominant which resolves to the tonic. The B7 in E minor, resolving to E minor, is the primary dominant, so we just call it that dominant, the dominant. But we can also have these dominant chords for all other diatonic chords, which have a perfect fifth. So only major and minor chords can really function as sort of secondary tonic chords. And when we say diatonic, it's a bit, it's not that clear in minor, because diatonic, of course you have a natural minor scale, which is also the key signature. So for example, for E minor you have one sharp. But of course you also use like the dominant major chord on the 5th degree, so you also have a D sharp, and sometimes you have a C sharp also. So you use different scales actually, like harmonic minor, melodic minor, Aeolian, and maybe even Dorian. So what is diatonic to E minor? It's a bit strange. I mean, at first you would say diatonic to E minor are all these chords which you find in E Aeolian. So like E minor, F sharp diminished, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, and D major. But let's talk now about this topic of secondary dominant. I also have the PDF file in front of me, and I will refer to that, and I will go through some things. And I assume that you have also that PDF file. So please don't. I think it would be a mistake to just listen to watch the video and not downloading the PDF file, because there are also some other informations on it which I may not say, and also it's a support for this channel, of course. All right, so the primary dominant is B7, or the B major triad. On the 5th degree we find the primary dominant. The dominant of the dominant is the major chord, or major chord with a minor 7th, or a dominant 7th chord, which is on the 5th degree of the dominant. So it's F sharp. F sharp is the 5th of B, and B is a primary dominant. B is the 5th of E when we are in E minor. Okay, so we have F sharp major or F sharp 7. And there's a very nice approach, a nice voice leading idea how to come to that chord. I mean, it's like the whole Western harmony. It's one thing actually to learn and know. Okay, on the 5th degree you find a dominant chord, and on the 4th you have the subdominant, and so on. And what is a tonic? And but the other idea how to make music with that. And one very, very important thing to consider here is voice leading. So how we go from one chord to the next. How every melody, every tone in the chord, which I also like to compare with a choir, where like different people singing together and they sing like just single notes, and together it makes the chord. So how every little single voice will move to approach the next, to come to the next chord. And this, when you find out about this, that's really more like a musical. This gives you the music, the actual music. So one thing I found out. I discovered for myself. I have to say, it's just what I'm talking here. It's mostly not new or unique in a way. Maybe the approach is kind of new or unique or interesting. I don't know, to combine functional harmony with chord scale theory. Let's have a coffee. Okay, and that approach is to go directly from E minor to F sharp 7, and in that way, maybe I have to make clear this tonality first, just a bit. I play a bit to let you be settled in this tonality. So now we are in E minor. Our ear is really there, and we have like E, B, G, and drop 2 voicing of E minor, and now we do that. So B goes to B flat or A sharp in this case, and G also goes a half step down to F sharp, and E stays as a root. Listen to it again. And this is already an arpeggio. A 3-note arpeggio, we can 3-note structure we can use for F sharp 7. It's already an F sharp 7 7th chord, but without the 5th, which is not so important here. I mean, the 5th, the perfect 5th is not important to really define a chord. You have to make sure that a flat 5 or a sharp 5, augmented 5th or diminished 5th, if that is part of the chord, that is really part of the voicing you are playing. But with a perfect 5th, it's implied anyway, you can say. more or less. It's not strict what I'm telling you here, but I just wanna clear make it clear that just with these three notes, you already have this F#7 sound. And this resolves to B7. And this B7 is the primary dominant of E minor. And for B7 I also can play like different arpeggios, different things, scale-wise stuff. So listen to that. I'm just playing E minor, then I go to this F#7, then I go do any kind of variation of B, of the B7 primary dominant, and then I go back to E minor. Again. So that's one nice way to approach this dominant of the dominant. Okay, and there are also other arpeggios. Of course, you can just play an F# dominant 7, like 7th chord arpeggio, or triad. So that's not so new, I think. Okay, scale, the scales, you can pick up different scales. You can take different scales. For example, we can take Mixolydian. I'll show you. I go first to E minor. Now. Okay, or you can take Mixolydian sharp 11. Okay, and everything I play, I already explained to you in the previous lessons of this course. So it might get sometimes a bit confusing because I play all these notes, but actually I'm just you should listen to a kind of a basic quality, kind of a basic sound, and you hear that this sound is progressing. So this is like, if I play E minor, for example, it's all E minor. And now, when I change, you hear that. Another scale you can use is F sharp altered. Altered is not a very let's say natural or organic scale. It's a little bit a strange, a bit strange scale because it misses the perfect fifths. I think that's the only reason that the perfect fifth is not there. So it's a little bit it's not really stable. So, but that's actually the purpose of also. The purpose to create such a scale is to give the dominant more tension, because the function of the dominant is a resolution, and so the dominant is really the chord which really which is nice to give it more tension. That the resolution to the tonic is even more strong or more not satisfying maybe, because I sometimes I think it's also nice to have the more simpler scales like harmonic minor fifth mode for the primary dominant for B7, and not use so much these all these altered, but like these symmetrical scales which will be also discussed later, like half tone, whole tone, for example. It's I think this is harmonic minor fifth mode, and I like these kind of scales because they are more down to earth, more rooted, and they are more stronger, more basic, and they create an interesting a strong atmosphere, whereas the others like altered, they are a bit more maybe they go more into this intellectual field. They are surprising in a way, and you can make a lot of interesting and nice melodies with that, but they are not so down to earth. You can say. I'm not sure whether I'm expressing it right, what I mean. I hope you get it somehow. I'm also very attracted, for example, to like folk music and to this kind of very basic and strong and these kind of sounds. I usually I prefer these more simpler things. There's actually a saying that like what comes from nature is the most strongest, and when people come and change it and make it more and more artificial, it loses. That's a bit my philosophy. Okay. Anyway, we have altered, but altered is actually in this situation it's very interesting, because if you have F sharp 7 altered, this scale has almost exactly the same notes as E Aeolian, only the fifth is flatted. So instead of you have so this B goes to B flat, but in this new context of F sharp 7, this is not a B flat, it's an A sharp. So it's a bit enharmonic. These notes, the names are changed. So that's also actually it's quite interesting, because when I said before I have this voice leading here, I'm exactly doing that. I'm going from B to B flat or A sharp, and also I go from G to F sharp, which is my new root. So these are actually the most important and basic movements, voices, to make this new chord, this F#7, really clear. Okay, I show you F#7 altered as a sound. Okay, I think you can appreciate this sound, and it's really worth to check out in this situation. You also could use F# harmonic minor fifth mode, but try it out for yourself. It's a beautiful scale, and it's nice. But what I experience is that if you use this scale, you tend to lose track of your E minor key, because it suddenly starts to feel like it's in B minor. And when you then go from B minor to B7 back to E minor, the E minor is not, it doesn't feel as a tonic anymore. This B7 E minor in this situation feels more like a secondary dominant going to the subdominant E minor of B minor. Yeah, maybe you have to repeat this section of the video to really get this explanation, this idea. But I think it's clear, especially if you try it out for yourself. And there's also actually a nice sound which will be covered in a later lesson. I think it's lesson 11 of this course. It's about augmented sixth chords, and we will see this sound, but we can also explain it a bit different here. I mean, more in a jazz way. It's this C or C7 C dominant seventh chord. We can explain this chord as a tritone substitution of F#7, because F#7 altered has the same notes, the same scale notes, just spelled enharmonically, a bit different, as C7 Mixolydian sharp 11. And Mixolydian sharp 11 is a very nice sound to use in E minor, and then resolve it to B7, to the primary dominant. It's very nice, and it's it's actually like a tritone substitution, but it's not. I mean, the thing which makes it not so how do you say, not so much stick out. I mean, to more. The thing is, the root of that chord is in the scale, so the C is part of E Aeolian or E harmonic minor. So if you build this C major chord, it's already in E minor Aeolian. You just have this B flat there, and this flat 5. This is also a very nice sound. I show you. So I go from E minor to C7 Mixolydian sharp 11, and then to B7 harmonic minor fifth mode. That's C sharp, C mixolydian sharp 11. Resolves very nice to the primary dominant. So it's really nice. I think the most natural occurrence of a tritone substitution. But we will also, as I said, in lesson, I think it's in lesson 11 when we talk about augmented 6 chords, we will also take a look at that chord. So it's there's another explanation for that. So there's another reason why it sounds nice. All right, I think, yeah, that's it for this topic, the dominant of the dominant. I hope you like these lessons. Please subscribe to my channel if you like these lessons, of course. And also you can support this channel. Just go down in the description and the link below. There is, on my website, there is a button where you can donate to make this, to support this channel, that I put out more and more lessons for you and to enjoy and to learn and, yeah, to share all this stuff with you. I would be really happy. All right, thanks for watching. My name is Hildenbrand.